Hello and welcome back to Everything Tumbler Tutorials. My name is Rebecca Escott and I am so excited to share with you this flask tutorial instead of a tumbler tutorial. As you can see, I've already painted it white, but I changed my mind and decided to go with a rustic pink from Rust-Oleum because we're going to use an MJ exclusive mix from AB Designs glitter. As you can see, it does come with an attachment, so you can fill this with whatever you like. So let's talk about how I attach this to my turner. So my husband picked up a 1/2 inch liquid tight fitting type B. As you can see, I'm going to try to have all this information down below so you can pick this up from Home Depot and or Lowe's. Very, very simple. It's like an electrical part, and it literally went around the threads nice and tight. It did not mess my threads up at all. Don't worry about that piece. You're not going to need it, but it does come with the 1/2 inch type B part. So I think I'm working with a 1/2 inch pole, but it's a 3/4 pipe to fit around the both to secure the two together so that I can attach it to my 9-cup turner. Now, because I prefer the spray paint glitter method, this is what you see before you, and that's exactly what I did. Now, I did need a second coat of glitter, so therefore I waited about an hour. I spray sealed it clear and re-glittered it. Once that dried, again about an hour later, I went ahead and sealed it again, waited about an hour, and then I went ahead and epoxied it. As with any tumbler and or flask in this case, make sure you tap off the excess glitter. Here I just wanted to show you just how stunning this glitter actually was. It is amazing. So here I'm on the other side of my craft room, as you just have seen once before, and I'm going to go ahead and let this spin because I'm not going to chase the epoxy, but I'm just going to put my finger in the epoxy and just rub it on. Normally, if you've seen my tumbler tutorials before, I pour my epoxy on there, but in this case, I just used my finger. Also, there's a little tiny hair gap between the flask and the type B fitting. I separated the two just a little bit, just in case, so that the epoxy would not adhere to the fitting and my flask. So here you see that I stopped the turner, and I just want to make sure that I have all things covered in epoxy that should be. As with any stainless steel, tumbler, and or flask, make sure you use your torch to pop any bubbles that you may or may not be able to see. Make sure you allow this to dry for at least 3 hours before moving on to the next step. So while that's in the drying phase, we're going to go ahead and move forward with the cap. And we're going to use E6000 glue and our handy dandy pickup tool with our Swarovski Rhinestones for the cap. So this whole process took about 15-20 minutes, but I do speed it up so that you guys can see from beginning to end. I have to say, I absolutely freaking love this. This is the cutest freaking thing ever. So we're going to let it sit there and dry for 24 hours. I'm sorry I did not show the final coat of epoxy or me adding the vinyl to the flask, but I really just thought it was super important to show you how I removed the flask from the pole. Super, super easy. And I've shown the vinyl and the final coat of epoxy many times. There was literally no cleanup whatsoever. And the cap screws on just like it should. As you'll soon see, right here, there's a natural gap between the two already. So it really works in our favor. This could not have come together more beautifully. This is the perfect gift for a new bride, which this is for my daughter who's getting married in July, and I could not be more excited. As you can see, the cap goes off and goes on just as it should. This is the perfect gift for a bride and or someone who's turning 21. It's completely up to you. The ideas are endless. So have fun with it. Please stay tuned for the photo montage at the end. And I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. And if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel. More tutorials are always coming soon.